Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Commanders and the Jets, and it's coming up next.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs, when NFL...
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
These preseason games, Mike, they could be a little bit tricky for so many guys on the roster. It's just check the box. It's one more step to getting to the regular season. But for these young quarterbacks, you just can't place enough value on how important these game reps are. Here for a young quarterback who's looking to prove his worth, but potentially being the starting quarterback week 1, how does he command the huddle? How does he manage a game-like atmosphere? Until you put him under the bright lights, you just don't know the answers to the questions.
That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that snap.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections if they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward. They're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
Now pass deep for McLaurin. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away, as he'll come on to punt this one away. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Well, the Jets come out with Aaron Rodgers, of course. All the build-up in 2023, it lasted all of 4 snaps. But the man is a legend. Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler. Greg, his 20th NFL season.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback,
now, Taylor. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
On the jump.
1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
Taylor looking to throw. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Commanders' offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Go! They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there on a pickup of 17. From the 50, he'll set him to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Returnable from the 17. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious.
Set up.
Throwing, Taylor. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over just before the half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here we go. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quick throw, taken in. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. It's Robinson. And And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Defenses control the first half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this third quarter begins. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Taylor. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That one to Corley. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 20 on the connection, and the Jets have a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go now.
They'll stick with him again. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. Important punt here in this tie game late. They'll take this in back at the 16. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throw away, and he's taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Here's second down.
Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late. This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got it backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Travis. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Now, a second down throw for Travis. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. And he's got the veteran Carr. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Jets first down. They'll run with Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down, 8 for the first down.
Ready.
Cook. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. So now, big spot for the veteran Greg Zerlock. This to take the lead at the end of regulation. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one in the win column for the Jets as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes,